on there, yeah. Triple plays on there. I got like a whole list of these things as we wait
Open
for
your eyes.
I don't have any of the. Like I almost feel like the 25 sound bites that explain the last 25 years almost have to. They're not ranked. They're just kind of grouped in stories. Like there's a whole Mark Gottfried chapter. If you think about it, there's a Chuck Amato. I got the Roy Williams greatest hits. Right?
Yep.
Including the time where he told the story about like, I know it's bad in Haiti right now, but I told my masseuse. Like, can you imagine him saying that today? Whew. But yeah, I got all sorts of stuff. Anyway, we're live. We are good to go.
Says you.
You are not, because you are in a torture chamber of a chair, apparently. So sensitive with the chairs lately. All right, let's do it. Let's podcast. We are not inside Eford Studios. We are out and about again. This time at Sedgefield in Greensboro for the Wyndham Championships. I can't think of a place that I am more comfortable in, Joe, than at a golf tournament inside of Margaritaville. I am so in my place. I'm so in my happy place. I just dropped $30+ with tip to get the booze in a blender top shelf margarita. What do you
Soon
think?
it will render a podcast. Soon.
This will render well in the studio. Add it to the collection of tchotchkes that are collecting dust in the studio.
There's no place like home. No place like the Wyndham Championship here at Sedgefield, the home, the birthplace of the ACC. No longer the home. The birthplace, though, of the ACC. Great to be here in Greensboro. Thanks to our friend Rob Goodman and the fine people here at the Wyndham Championship.
People want to know, man. Hope you're feeling better from the food poisoning. That's from Megumi. Ken saying, I'm about to have a bad clam with that booze in the blender.
Yesterday was the first day I had like actual energy.
Yeah.
And then today is the first day I'm like, okay, I can eat something. But bathroom still calls.
Fair enough.
Still calls.
You know what calls? Just a golf kind of day today. Why don't we just get out of the gate? Why don't we just get out of the gate with some golf and transition to Triangle Good? Because I feel all this stuff is tied together. Shout out to every one of our listeners who sent us this clip. This is Dave Doeren. I don't know the context. I don't know where he is. Cliffhanger's Golf Course. Where's Cliffhanger's Golf Course? This happened yesterday, apparently. Do you know what Cliffhanger's Golf Course is?
Play the clip, then we can give the context.
Okay.
Dad, potential hole-in-one on 18. Potential.
I mean, where else could it be?
All right.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Please be in there.
Oh! Yeah! Yeah! Woo! James hyped up. Hole in one.
Are you kidding me? Let's go.
What do you guys say? What do you
18
guys say?
hole cliffhangers. Bang! Hole in one.
Wow.
Go Pack.
This might be the most excited I've ever seen him. I love Instagrams because you can tell who likes things. So like West Durham liked this. Our guy Doug Wharf, president, Carolina Hurricanes, he liked it. Our friends at Longleaf Swine liked it. Somebody chimed in. Does this mean we make the playoffs? You know, all the here, all the comments here. People are hyped to see it, man. People are absolutely hyped to see it. So, what do you think, Joe? Hole in one.
Gonna make me be the bad guy.
What
here.
that mean, Joe? What that mean?
I just want you to know that when you were gone, we had a long conversation about Drake May donating his gifts to charity.
Yeah.
Okay. And I prefaced all of my comments about my issues with what Drake May did by saying, you know, I get it. It was like a good thing that this guy tried to do. But if you didn't tell those people that you were giving away those gifts, then I have a real problem with that. Okay.
Okay.
It kind of made me seem like the bad guy. I'm going to be the bad guy again here.
Oh, no. Come on. The guy just had a hole in one.
Because did he?
Yes.
Listen, his comments that he made about...
He took one shot. It went in the hole. Therefore, it's a hole in one.
The comments that he made about that it was special for him because he was with his sons.
Yeah.
That's awesome. The pure joy and his excitement, kind of like Nikola Jokic winning, you know, the horse race instead of the NBA championship.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's that's pure ecstasy that he got to experience at this course. But thanks to our friend Brian Murphy, we have context. And also shame on all of you 247, On3, whoever else covers NC State, that I couldn't find one single story with the information other than the one of my former employer, who I do not like clicking on their website, okay? So that also put me in a bad mood. Murph has the information, though.
Yeah.
It was a par 3 course. Now, right away.
So he was at Nice Play.
Okay, right away, I'm like, Then the information comes out. It was a 76-yard hole.
Okay. Did it go in?
I'm sorry.
Did it go in?
That does not pass the test of a hole.
Have you ever had a hole-in-one?
I have not had a hole-in-one.
If you had a
I've
hole-in-one,
not had a fake hole-in-one either.
if you had a hole-in-one at Knight's Play, would you celebrate it?
There are some longer holes at Knight's Play.
I'm just saying, same situation. It's Knight's Play, and you get a hole-in-one. It's your first one, 76 yards.
Maybe. The thing is, you've played golf with me. I get actually angrier the better I do. I get angry.
I see.
So I don't understand some of those emotions.
Okay.
But yeah, this is not a hole. This is a great moment for him,
Great moment.
and a great moment to have the experience with his sons.
Yeah.
But a 76-yard par 3 course does not.
You are.
You do not get to the pearly gates and say, "Hey, everyone in this group who can name all the Heisman winners, take a step forward. Everyone in this group who can name all the national Final Four teams since the year you were born, you take a step forward. Everyone with a hole-in-one. Dave Doeren's got to stay in the line."
What a hater. That is pure hateration.
I'm just
right
telling
there.
you. I'm just telling you.
I know you've got a Gatorade there because you're trying to replenish your electrolytes, but are you sure that's not haterade?
76. It's not.
How about if I told you that was the triangle good of hole-in-ones?
Ooh.
Would that qualify?
That does qualify.
Okay, that's the triangle good of hole-in-ones. That's kind of where we're at. That's kind of where we start, because this is another thing that people have been sending me, including my brother, which I think is kind of funny. My brother sent me this, and he said, "Hey, yo, they're stealing your content." I'm like, let's not get crazy on what is and what isn't stolen content here, okay? It just seems that people are finally catching hip to something that Bomani Jones told me years ago as it relates to the similarities between NC State and Texas A&M. And it's like CFB Kings just got aggregated. It's like identical. Well, wins in the CFB era: NC State 84, Texas A&M 85. 36-10 home record, identical since 2018. 5 8+ win seasons since 2018. That's over a couple of coaches. Dave Doeren's been the consistent one, each with 5. 2 ranked finishes since 2018. 5 bowl appearances since 2018. I'm noticing a pattern here. Missed bowl games and everything else. So that's kind of where we're at. Weeks in the CFP top 25, 17 for NC State, 18 for Texas A&M since 2018. So Texas A&M and NC State, you are the Spider-Man pointing me, ladies and gentlemen. That's something that we've kind of said all the time. Again, this goes back to something Bomani told us back when he was doing radio, that Texas A&M is just NC State with money.
Yes.
Right down to their obsession with the in-state school they're with and rivaled with, Texas, and who the SEC ultimately wants at the end of the day. Oh, no, not you, the bow-legged one. So that is where NC State and Texas A&M are, just further proof that they are the same school, just one with more money than the other. But what if I told you, Joe, that the triangle schools are also just mirror images of each other? Shout out to the Sickos committee who put this out. Most 8-5 seasons since 2010. Basically, these are teams that at the end of the year, they're either at 8 wins or 7 wins with a chance to go 8-5. 4 seasons. ECU up in there. Look at ECU up in there. Meanwhile, NC State and North Carolina have each shared 4 seasons in which they have finished 8-5 since 2010. Very, very identical, right? So it begs the question. Every year we're looking for the breakthrough. Duke has been the breakthrough.
Sleeping giant.
They're the true sleeping giant between Mike Elko and Manny Diaz. So the question is, who will actually break 8 wins, 8 or more wins this upcoming season?
You already know my answer. It's the Tar Heels. I think their schedule is very easy. I think they will be largely improved on defense. I do not think they will lose football games they are not supposed to lose. That is going to take them a large step forward from where they were under Mac Brown.
They're going to be 4-0 going into their off week to open up October against Clemson at home.
I have been talked into by Chip Patterson that they will lose to TCU, who finished the season hot last year. Plus, everybody, I can use my language now, everyone will be sucking their dick when it comes to, Colorado beat TCU. You're just like Colorado. Bill and Dion are the same person. It's like looking in a mirror.
Do they have Shedeur Sanders or Travis Hunter on the spot?
It's like looking in a mirror. It's like the same thing.
No, it's not.
Oh, and look, they're playing TCU. Colorado smoked TCU. Just watch. They're going to smoke. It's like, no.
Here's where things get interesting for me with North Carolina. I am with Chip in that I don't think they're going to get past TCU.
Okay.
So I do think they go into their second off week at 3-2. Because
okay.
I
think we're in agreement then.
I think the first game of the season's always a weird one, and I'm going to put my money on, if I was a gambling man, I'll put my money on the coach and a school that's been through this a few times, right? They're not new to all these things, as opposed to the first game for Bill Belichick with a team that, has a lot of new players and is all coming together. It's just context, man. Context matters, right? And I agree with the overall point that North Carolina is going to be a team that's not going to beat itself. I just don't know if they're going to be there week one. Game one.
Agree.
In prime time. And losing to Clemson, there's no shame in that because Clemson, I think most people recognize they're going to be the ones that go on to win the ACC. And there's a real special Dabo FU, we're still Clemson moment that'll be there on October 4th. But after that, there's really nothing in their way until they get into the last 2 weeks of the season when you will have motivated Duke and motivated NC State to ruin what could be Manny Diaz and Dave Doeren's one and only shot at coaching against and beating Bill Belichick. So I'm really going to – those 2 weeks are going to be amazing for us here in the Triangle in terms of all the conversation that takes place. But the rest of it, though, yeah, man. I mean, if I told you that Carolina is going to go 8-4, as I just laid out, with losses to TCU, Clemson, and then Duke and NC State, are you okay with that if you're a Carolina fan, or are you just saying, hey, man, that's just more of the same?
I think they'll split with Duke and State. I think they're going to go 9-3.
Okay.
And I think they're going to be happy about it because they're going to play better as the season goes along.
Okay.
And certainly if you beat State to close out the season, you're going to feel even better about it. There's nothing Bill Belichick loves more than a loss because players learn from losses.
This is true.
And you can get their attention. Sometimes with players, you can't get their attention if you scrap out one. And, Roy Williams loved the loss too in that sense. You know who hated them? Mike Krzyzewski. God, that guy hated losing more than anything.
He did. Meanwhile, NC State's schedule, we will know what we need to know out of week one with NC State against ECU.
In theory.
In terms of how we talk about Dave, yes.
Yeah, they can't lose the game.
You can't lose the game. It's that simple.
It all stacks back up on you. I do think it is a good spot for NC State in the sense that this is a team they just played. They don't have a lot of the same parts back.
Dave's already mad.
ECU doesn't have a lot of the same parts back from last year. I think ECU got hot at the end of last year because they played a bunch of teams who had fired their coach. And then State is so blasé about bowls that they were able to take advantage of that as well. That doesn't mean they didn't outplay them in Annapolis. Doesn't mean their fans didn't show out in Annapolis. It just means you could tell who was motivated in that game and who wasn't.
So I guess here's the question.
So I think NC State's going to be motivated against ECU. This is a good spot for them. Dave's, other than losing to ECU in 16 and should have lost to them in 22.
Yeah.
He handles G5 schools with regularity.
So this is we had recorded a radio interview with our friend Josh Graham at WSJS, and I'm just going to pose the question that you posed to him for the general audience here on the podcast. If you're an NC State fan, what would you rather? This is a classic. What would you rather have? Would you rather Dave get to the 10-win mark and retire, but because he goes, oh, I finally did it. I got the 10 wins. And he's like, you know what? It's time to go to that bait shop and not worry about things and get in the YouTube chat and harass Giglio. But in that 10 win, you don't beat Carolina.
Yep.
Or you go into the season with another typical NC State season, 7 wins. And that 7 wins with the potential to get to 8 in a bowl game. But one of those 7
Is Carolina.
is a Carolina game, and ECU too on top of that. What do you take? What do you take?
You know what? You don't get to write your own endings. So I just don't see Mike Krzyzewski. Speaking of not writing those. I think this is Dave's last year no matter what. I think he knows that. I think most of the people around there know that. One thing you and I don't really pay that much attention to recruiting, but their recruiting hasn't been very good. And a lot of it is a lot of people have had the same idea about where Dave is mentally when it comes to, the modernization and where we are with college football. Also, you combine in the facts about his dad and his own personal, accomplishments and wealth. And, that's kind of like, well, what else is out there for him?
Yeah.
I think that's an accepted narrative around NC State and Dave Doeren right now. I think because it's true.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Dave under the perfect star, when you get to write your own ending, you go 10-2, you lose to Notre Dame, you lose another not dumb one, which they're always capable of, but not dumb one. You beat Carolina, you ride this thing off into the sunset, and you actually retire even before the bowl game. And you just say, my team is on the field. My team is on the floor. You're just done. But I think State fans, I am very, very happy with my State fan friends right now.
Okay.
Other than the ones who just texted me, shout out to Jay, who just texted me about how Hollywood Smothers was going to win the Heisman and run for 200 yards against Notre Dame. And I'm like,
people need to chill out.
Do not let the hope get you. I feel like this is finally a year where the hope is not there for State fans.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
And it pleases me. And it's not in a negative way.
Mm-hmm.
It is merely in a, hey, our home schedule is pretty cool this year.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm looking forward to our tailgate. Hey, maybe Dave's done. If he is, so what?
You know what? That's triangle good.
Did you see who Will Wade signed, though?
Exactly.
Because that's kind of the other shoe here is now State fans looking at Duke and Carolina and being like,
wait, are you saying that NC State football is dangerously close into entering, it's basketball season in Raleigh? Because you always hear that in Chapel Hill.
Yes.
Now, when will it be basketball season in Durham? Because here's the funny thing. We'll close on this before we bring in our friend Mike from Wyndham Rewards, since we're here at the Wyndham Championship. Yeah. Duke is going to have a classic, and you hear this every season, a team that is theoretically better when you watch them, but their record will not indicate such because the schedule is either harder or they're going to be on the bad end of those one-possession, one-score games. This will be a stat you'll hear a lot of. We talked about it with Manny Diaz last week at ACC Kickoff. They were 6-1 in one-possession games. They found ways to win. That builds upon itself. And talking to Manny last week, they're confident that that's a thing that you build on. It's part of what your team dynamic is. Turnovers are more repeatable than we might give credit. Totally get where Manny's coming from. I understand why Manny believes that, given his track record. But the schedule will be more difficult this year, and I'll be interested to see how people process that in Durham. I think we're going to bring Mike on right now from Wyndham Rewards. We'll bring Mike is going to sit down with us here real quick. He's going to sit right next down to Giglio. You can just pick up that microphone, and we'll go from there.
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Hey,
Joe.
So, Mike, you can pick up the mic. And so can you pronounce your last name for me?
Shootin.
Shootin?
Yes.
Got it. Thank you. Mike Shootin. He is the head of loyalty for Wyndham Rewards. You have a contest that I believe starts – the winner is going to be here tomorrow for this, right?
That's right.
I feel like my co-host here, Joe Giglio, my business partner, this seems something that would be tailor-made for him. He's the tournament director for the day.
That's right. Fairway Fellow. And we're incredibly excited.
Fairway Fellow.
That's
okay,
right.
I like that. I like
could have been our fellows.
Wait, do you get to pick the pins?
You do. No.
No.
No, you don't. You don't.
You're like, hold up, Giglio.
Wait
Maybe next year.
Maybe get a job with the PGA first. You don't even get to pick the pins. They don't even get to pick the
So
pins.
what does this person get to do?
So it is an incredible opportunity. Starting tomorrow, to your point, Caleb won this year. And so he has an opportunity to shadow the tournament director, Bobby Powell, for the entirety of the tournament. So behind the scenes access, really gets to see the ins and outs of what really brings this tournament to life. And this year is such an incredible tournament, right? 21 of the top 50 in the field. So it's going to be a great experience. He's incredibly excited. He came last night. So
Does it get 8 bazillion Wyndham points too, or
It does actually come with a
rewards?
payday.
Yeah.
So they don't, but we are running a 1 million point giveaway
Okay.
starting tomorrow.
Okay.
And so all you have to do is visit wyndhamrewards.com, and each and every day you get a chance to win. We're giving away 1 million points to that lucky member. And then in addition to that, this
one person gets all mil?
All 1 million?
1 million each day. So
Wow.
4 days in a row.
What can I do with 1 million points?
So
What can't you do with a
yes,
million
that's
points?
exactly right. So we have
I was trained on S&H stamps back in the day from Publix, so I know all about the hustle.
so 1 million points gets you an entire month at any one of our
There's so many inappropriate comments that Michael is holding.
So you could stay an entire month?
my general counsel somewhere here. So I have to avoid that
don't do it.
one. No.
Don't do it. So you get a whole month at the
The
place?
one of the best values is any one of our registry collection hotels, Wyndham Grands, that is 30 days. ADRs are up to $1,000 a night. So incredible value. And
Okay.
in addition to that, the other experience we provided for the first time this year, 2 of our members actually just wrapped up the Pro-Am, where they were paired with Camilo and Ryan Gerard for 400,000 points.
Okay.
Wow.
And so you can mix it up, mix and match experiences with some hotel stays.
I love that, man. I love that. So
So they had to cash in $400K
They
to
did.
play with Ryan?
They did. We launched
Okay.
an auction platform in May. That
Okay.
was one of our first auctions, and unbelievable engagement.
So how does somebody have a chance to win 1 million points? What do you got to do?
So
What do I
all you
have to do?
is go to wyndhamrewards.com. It'll be on our landing page, our homepage, as soon as you get on there, starting tomorrow.
Okay.
Don't go today.
Okay.
And
So start
and
Thursday.
Thursday.
The reason why I asked this is because I have an entire travel hockey season ahead of me.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
And if I could save
That's
money
right.
with I'll just pick all Wyndham hotels where all of my
Some
tournament
are-
locations are.
Yeah, Youth Sports is some of our most loyal members.
I
So
bet
great
they
youth.
are. Those points matter.
That's
man.
right.
All right. Well, Mike, we appreciate you dropping by. There's
Thank
always
you
a
for
great
having me.
hospitality thing. Head of loyalty is a hell of a title. Head of loyalty? That's
Head of
one hell
loyalty.
of a title.
That's right. Head of loyalty.
I love that. I love that. So,
Can I pick the pins on the practice screen at least?
I mean, we'll talk after.
Okay. I just want to pick a pin.
all right, Mike, we appreciate it, man. Have fun at the
No,
tournament.
thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So that is with Wyndham here. 1 million points, man. I can imagine the things that I'm doing. As we mentioned, we are live at Sedgefield for the Wyndham Championships. Of course, when we're live, it's all thanks to the Butcher's Market. We'll have another OG live tomorrow from the studio starting at 2 o'clock, which I guess we can get into a little bit of housekeeping because Butcher's Market OG live tomorrow is going to be a hell of an OG live.
Okay.
A very, very popular person in North Carolina is going to be in studio with us starting at 2 o'clock. Of course, Housekeeping is brought to you by Inovana. You can check them out online at inovana.com.
If you have mess inside your mansion or trash in your cabana, get it clean with Inovana.
So it appears that Roy Cooper declined our invitation to join OG Media,
Mess inside your mansion
Big Arcane's podcast for this year.
I guess that $25,000 a year salary wasn't quite enough.
So I guess he's decided to run for Senate.
Oh, okay.
So
Smart.
So he's going to be in studio tomorrow. Wait, did I hit it again?
It's
My bad.
been playing on a loop.
Oh, it has?
Yeah.
It's so loud here that I didn't realize that. My bad. So anyway, so Roy Cooper's going to be here tomorrow in studio. So
Okay.
that'll be fun. Get his thoughts on the Canes offseason and some other matters as well. So be on the lookout for that. We've got tickets to the Rialto. Go to Rialto.com. We've got our Sports Podcast Festival taking place on August 23rd. Get hyped for week 0. Get hyped for all these games that we've been talking about. We also got night 0 at Bond Brothers East Side. Your entry includes an OG Light, by the way. OG Light will be at the Sports Podcast Festival, as will our exclusive access to new Triangle Good hats at the Sports Podcast Festival, correct?
Yeah.
You didn't say that very confidently.
I just need to finalize the colorway. Yeah.
Well, what are you going for exactly?
I don't know. I get.
You get in your head.
Michael has a lot of options for me, and anytime there's a lot of options, phew,
Okay.
he's a magician, though. I
All
will
right.
say that. He did a really cool Whalers
Mhm.
homage for us that might make an appearance there. We'll see. We'll
He
see
also
what ends
made
up
me
happening.
he also made me a 5-panel hat, which I was very excited about.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, that's going to be available at the Sports Podcast Bowl. We're going to be there. Split Zone Duo is going to be there. Maybe you mentioned Will Wade. Maybe Will Wade will be in there to talk about NC State, right? So we'll have fun and frivolity. We'll have OG Light. We'll have access to hats. Speaking of our merch, right now the summer pop-up shop is going strong. OGTriangleMediaShop.com. You mentioned Michael. Michael designed an OG Light shirt for us.
Yes.
You can get that shirt in a Comfort Colors pocket tee or a Comfort Colors tank top right now. The tank top, there's something special about the white tank top version of the OG Light. That
The
just
owl.
That just screams, yeah, man, I'm on the lake with this. So
Either
you're gonna-
that or at Alpha Sig.
yeah. So
One
go
or
to,
the other.
so go to OGTriangleMediaShop.com and you can buy that. You can buy the trucker hats. We also have a golf hat. I decided to rock the Roback today.
That's fair. That's fine.
Instead of the GGO inspired golf classic hat, but you can get that hat there, and then it goes back into the vault, never to be seen again
Ever.
until maybe we need to make some more money and we bring it out again. So in the meantime, go to OGTriangleMediaShop.com and go get that. We also have a listener survey that's going on right now. You can go to oviesandgiglio.com. Again, that's oviesandgiglio.com. You'll see the link to the survey there. By all means, take it. We want the feedback. We're begging you for the feedback. We love that you guys rock with us, but we also want to make you guys and gals feel included. So you take that survey, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like, tell us things that you want more of, and we go from there. We do have 3 things we are giving away when you complete the survey. We have an OG Triangle Media Shop pop-up shop gift pack. That'll come with a hat and a shirt. We will also have an OG Light gift pack that includes a tap handle.
Ooh.
And we have an exclusive hat you can't get anywhere.
Interesting.
It is a Canes MLB Raleigh crossover hat.
Oh.
So exclusive.
Yes.
So exclusive for reasons, but we have
Correct.
one.
We have one.
And we will be giving that hat away. So we got 3 prizes to do. So by all means, go to OGTriangleMediaShop.com and sign up today. We're signing up for that survey today. The only other bit of house. No, that's it. That's it for housekeeping. As I mentioned, Roback. We're all Robacked out right now.
No.
What?
One more piece of housekeeping.
What?
I have finalized the date for the 3rd annual OG Golf Classic.
Oh,
an
the
event-
actual golf classic.
An event unlike any other.
Okay.
Friday, September 26th, 9/26. Last Friday of September, we will be at Eagle Ridge. We'll have our usual nonsense. We will have prizes and bourbons to raffle off. And we may have a new wrinkle for this year's classic.
I'm excited about that. Looking forward to it.
You,
And
you don't even know what it is, but it's
Okay.
so good.
I trust you on it.
So good.
I trust you on it. You should go ahead and get outfitted for the OG Golf Classic right now by going to Roback.com. I'm wearing the Roback again today, the OG flag one. I got my hat too, so I don't burn the top of my head while I'm out and about here. Giglio's in his NC State Roback. All that stuff is available. I think they just dropped the new Charlotte Roback polo print. So go to Roback.com.
Celebrate the Hornets Summer League Championship.
easily.
There's no other way.
And the fact that Tedoroy McMillan is killing it in camp. That's why you get a polo. So go to Roback.com, use that promo code OG20. Speaking of OG Light, you can go to our friends at Longleaf and get cans of OG Light while you're there, along with fantastic brunch and everything else. Great. I was actually asked this the other day, where can I get like good barbecue around here? I'm like, well, that's kind of a wild question given we're in North Carolina. I'm like, no. Like, where can I go that I'm going to have like an experience? I'm like, well, I got the place. Longleaf. So go to longleafswine.com to find out more. And of course, you can get OG Light while you are there. We are running out of time for the ice cream. Thursday is it. It goes away Thursday.
It hurts, man.
People have been trying the flavor. They've been liking the flavor. I think the common refrain from people who have tried our salted peanut butter fudge ice cream flavor is that you guys really don't miss. When it comes to food, we don't. We absolutely do not miss.
It's like a Boys to Men moment for me. Play the montage. I just
so hard
can't
to say goodbye.
Can't handle it.
That's too bad. So go to tworoosters.com right now. You got opportunities today and tomorrow to get it. Buy pints of it because once it goes away, who knows when Jared's going to bring that thing back. We hope it does come back, but by all means, go get it. Stock up. Buy a fridge if you have to. We have the best flavor. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. We have the best flavor of all the podcast flavors. I did try Shane and Mike's. The brownie with the bourbon, little taste of bourbon. It's really, really good. I still prefer ours. So go to tworoosters.com. Big thanks to Whitaker and Hamer. I actually got a text from a friend of mine who said, hey, man, what kind of law does Whitaker and Hamer do? And I said, the law?
All of them?
All of them? What about like an accident? Yeah.
Yes.
Contact them. Look, they can handle just about every personal need or small business need. So contact them today at whitakerandhamer.com. And we're outside here at the Wyndham. It is not exactly pleasant. I wish the fan was honest. But
I feel like it has been in years past, and it's not this year.
I will say this, though, about our time here at the Wyndham so far at Sedgefield. No bugs. I'm not going to say they're using mosquito authority and pest authority, but I'm to believe, given the track record, that they must be, because I have not been bothered by any sort of insects right now. Just like you cannot be bothered by insects if you use our friends at Mosquito Authority and Pest Authority. Go to bugsbite.com. Again, that's bugsbite.com. Bundle and save. So I was listening.
I'm upset that it took 4 songs for this guy to get to Tyler Childers, because when I heard the first note he sang of the first song, I'm like, oh, we're getting a bunch of Tyler Childers today.
I have I've not heard the new album yet.
I didn't even know there was one out until
he just dropped a new one.
It was explained to me that there was.
Just dropped a new one. I've been listening mostly to the new, speaking of Tyler's, the new Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
Don't Tap the Glass. That's just like 30 minutes of pure, like just bangers. 30 minutes of bangers. It's really good. It's going to make you move, man. It's really, really good stuff. But I was not listening to that on my way to Sedgefield today.
No, you're a sicko.
I am a sicko that opened up the WFNZ app, and I listened to my guys, Wes and Walker. And they opened things up by like going deep dive into Panthers camp, right? So I texted.
Should have seen the one-handed catch. The piss missile thrown by Bryce Young.
I texted Walker, and I was like, I am amused by how dead serious you are talking about glorified practice right now. But I get it. In Charlotte, it's been a long time since I've had anything to be really excited about. That's why I said celebrate the Summer League Championship, because what else do you have? One thing I would say about like any sort of conversation, on a serious note about like Panthers camp stuff that's out there right now, like let's not do the whole like Bryce Young's thrown some picks or whatever it is. It's okay. It's just camp. It's practice. This is where you test yourself. This is where you test, like I'm gonna see how far I can throw. I'm gonna try to make this throw. That's a little bit difficult. That's what it's for. It's okay.
We're talking about practice.
We're talking about practice here, folks. Practice. I've given up on my limping
I know.
stand.
I
don't know what's
needs
going
a
on.
blue pill.
I think it's sweaty right now. Honestly, I think that's the problem. Or it could be that it could use a blue pill. Anyway, so I'm very much of the opinion that I get it. You're hyped for the start of the football season. I think we got the Hall of Fame game. Was the Hall of Fame game this Thursday?
Oh Lord, already?
I think so. I've lost track. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to get too wrapped up. But I've been looking at the camp storylines, and we've got Aaron Rodgers' mystery wife.
Okay.
Apparently, the mystery wife has been his rock, but we don't know anything about her. Which cool.
Okay.
Jerry Jones insists on being a circus in Dallas. What else is new with the Michael Parsons thing?
Right.
We've got my personal favorite. Have you seen the Madden rankings?
I have seen the Madden.
Did you see where Patrick Mahomes is not a part of the 99 club?
I was going to say there's 2 quarterbacks in the 99 club, but not a third.
Yes, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
This, of course, has caused the great debate. We're doing the thing with Patrick Mahomes that we did a little bit with Tom Brady. I'm not trying to do one for one, Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes, but you'll get the point I'm saying here. We're really doing I want to be the first mover to tell you that Patrick Mahomes is washed.
It's over.
It's over for Patrick Mahomes, and I'm going to be the one who tells you that. Just like I was guilty of doing that with Tom Brady. Like, it's over for Tom Brady. He only went on to win a couple more Super Bowls
Max
after
Kellerman
that.
was there.
Was he the one?
Yeah.
I think he broke the glass on that one.
Yeah.
What I don't understand, this is all I'm going to say about the Josh Allen stuff. What I don't understand about Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson in particular is we have enough of a track record in the playoffs to know what is it about these two that still makes you go, yeah, I'm going to take these guys over Patrick Mahomes. Why?
Well,
Is it because of Tyreek Hill?
I think you're confusing the team success versus what the quarterback does.
Well, what I think is
what was Josh Allen supposed to do in the Tyreek Hill game?
Well, what
was
getting
he
at
supposed to do other than not score with 9 seconds left or
here's
14 seconds, whatever it was?
specifically with Josh Allen. What I find amusing is that we've seen success for the Bills when Josh Allen does less. You see what I'm getting at? And we see success with the Chiefs when Patrick Mahomes improvises.
Sure.
Lamar Jackson's his own thing. There's just something about Lamar Jackson
Kansas
in the playoffs.
City's had the best defense in the NFL for what, 4 or 5 years in a row?
Yeah, there's been that.
So, that doesn't have anything to do with Patrick Mahomes' ranking. I mean, if you look at what those two players have done, you take out the insanity of wins and losses for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And you just look at their skills and what they've done. I mean, well, yeah.
So because I'm just looking at these kind of stories and I'm thinking to myself,
surely as someone who grew up a Dolphins fan, you understand. Dan Marino was better than Phil Simms.
Oh, sure.
But
sure.
But Dan Marino didn't win a Super Bowl.
It's not so much the thing about Josh
Sean
Allen.
Elway was actually probably better than anybody not named Joe Montana of that generation. But when he lost 4, it was, oh, man, he stinks.
No.
And then how did he win 2? Terrell Davis runs for 2,000
right.
yards.
Well, it's like Peyton Manning's other Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
He was a passenger.
Yeah,
we can get all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at with Josh Allen in particular is that there has been. What is it? Is it Josh or is it Sean McDermott? Is it the team around him? Is it not? I mean, we have seen now it's with Patrick Mahomes as well. He's had a really good defense to go along with him. I mean, okay, sure, but he's also like making plays that, how in the world did you do that? So I'm not really ready to write off Patrick Mahomes is my point. But that's the reason why I brought it up.
To be both.
The reason why I brought it up, ultimately, the reason why I brought it up is that it's perfect summer fodder in that we're at a point now where you can get the phone lines tickled, you can get the social media thing going when you put Josh Allen above Patrick Mahomes. That is a guarantee to get people talking. I recognize all that kind of stuff. That's why I brought it up. And I'm just looking at these things and I'm going, okay, yeah, check. So instead of getting wrapped up in these camp storylines, I decided to watch Happy Gilmore for the first time, Monday and Tuesday. Monday, I watched Happy Gilmore, the original.
Okay.
So I can get caught up in the Happy Gilmore lore.
Okay.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe of Happy Gilmore, so I get the references. And then I watched Happy Gilmore 2 last night. I dropped by our friend's Nature's Relief, and I took half of a 25 milligram gummy, a hybrid sativa indica, to put me in the right mind state to at least somewhat enjoy Happy Gilmore 2.
Okay.
No gummies needed for Happy Gilmore 1.
Right.
Happy Gilmore 1? You know what I was pleasantly surprised with Happy Gilmore, the original. It didn't waste my time. It set up the premise in like 0 time flat. Hey, I wanted to be a hockey player. I sucked at hockey, and I stumbled into this moment that I could rip the golf ball. Here we go. And then it basically became a meme delivery service before memes were memes. In fact, if I really wanted to get deep with it, you know what my hottest take of Happy Gilmore was? What happened to movies like that? What happened to just the dumb guy movie? Not he's a dumb guy. I'm saying it's dumb, stupid dumb guy movie. Did it end with Rogan and like those guys like Superbad and all that stuff? Did Will Ferrell kill it with Tropic Thunder or whatever? No, not whatever when he was the basketball guy.
Oh,
Tropic Thunder was the comedy movie with Robert Downey and those guys. Like
that Will Ferrell basketball movie was terrible.
It was awful. Was it Blades of Fury? Was that the thing that killed it? I don't know. Is it This Is 40? Like at some point, the dumb guy movie went away.
Right.
And I don't know why it went away. And I feel like there might be a direct correlation to the male loneliness epidemic that people keep talking about and the demise of the dumb guy movie. Because what is the shared experience that you could go to a party and be like, whoop-a-dee-doo, and be like, hey, man, that's funny. Or, like in Happy Gilmore, jackass, or any of that stuff.
I think all of the popular cultural references became the Marvel movies.
Maybe that's
obviously
the case.
they were aimed squarely at that teenage demographic, the young 20s, the teenage young demographic. So, and then I think you also had a period there in Hollywood where they just basically stopped making commercial movies. From pre-pandemic, during the pandemic, you name it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a good question that you bring up. I think it's also maybe something cultural in the sense of that generation. But
you know what
look
I'm
how
getting
they've
at.
gravitated towards this movie, though.
Right.
You know
But
what I mean?
that gets to a
But
nostalgia.
I
thing.
think you already hit it. I heard way more about the kid on the canoe, the memes.
Yeah.
I hear way more about stuff like that from James's group
Yeah.
than I do any TV show.
Are you talking about the Indonesian aura farming kid?
Yeah, they can name every new meme, every clip. Like, don't put the Slurpee in the double cup or whatever that they name all those things all the time. That's their,
But like us as guys, we're not exactly the most sophisticated
that Veronica
creatures.
Vaughn.
Right. We're not the most sophisticated creatures on the planet. I understand this. So that's why when I'm watching this movie, it took me back to a time where the universal language amongst dudes of a certain type demographic, mainly white males, it was very much like SNL skits and these movies where I could be like, go F yourself, San Diego. Or like, oh, that escalated quickly. Like, these are all references you could do at a party and people would be like, hey, and then I'm just doing the Shooter McGavin. I mean, I can only imagine, because I wasn't golfing in the mid to late 90s after Happy Gilmore, that I got to imagine that every white dude who watched that movie, after they sunk a putt, would do the Shooter McGavin. Right? That's this universal shared thing. And it just made me wonder, like, where the hell did this go? Maybe it is the shared memes and all that kind of stuff, which gets us to Happy Gilmore too, which gets me to my general point about how nostalgia is a hell of a drug. It's probably the worst drug out there right now, nostalgia.
Okay.
It messes with you. It really does mess with you. So at some point along the lines with these movies that are digging in nostalgia, they think that just by throwing a bunch of cameos at the wall, that becomes entertainment. It's not entertaining. By the way, this is true of just about everything right now, right? It's not just Happy Gilmore 2 where it was spot the famous person, right? Oh, that's Scotty Scheffler. And I bet you somewhere Tom Brady's going, well, how are you balancing being a dad and being in a movie and winning majors, Scotty? What's going on here? That's another take that I was like flabbergasted to hear this week from Tom Brady. Did you see that one?
No.
Oh, Tom Brady questioned, like, why is it mutually exclusive to be prioritizing your family over golf? Why is it mutually exclusive? I'm thinking to myself, Tom, self-awareness, Tom.
This is the guy who picked an 8-9 football season over his supermodel wife.
Tom, self-awareness. Anyway, so it's like throwing a bunch of cameos at the wall. That's like every Star Wars thing now too. It's what's the phenomenon is called glup shitto. It's this thing that Star Wars people will get mad at of all this new media where it's like this one-off character that was in the cantina for 2 seconds. Like, what's his backstory? And then you're watching The Mandalorian in the background. It's like, did you see glup shitto? And that's what it becomes. And that's what Happy Gilmore 2 was to me. It's like, oh, is that Kelsey Plum in the shack? Oh, okay, got it. All right. Oh, which famous golf? Oh, it's Rory. Rory's right. He's part of it. Haley Joel Osment's in this movie. Crazy. All that kind of stuff. And it's like, it's just trafficking in nostalgia. And I'm like, is this to make people feel comfortable and good? Do people think this stuff is funny? Because whereas Happy Gilmore was a lean, mean 90 minutes, this went 2 hours and it took forever to get to the premise of what we're doing here. And it was just to stuff a bunch of references that really weren't all that funny.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore 2 was fine. It was perfectly acceptable.
Okay.
But it really was just a vehicle to get Adam Sandler's family, every one of them, a SAG card.
Was like every kid in that movie?
All of his kids, his wife, everyone was in that movie. And they all had fairly significant parts. It wasn't like...
Right. Like the daughter she wanted to be the ballet dancer, so therefore that's why he needed the money.
And the other daughter in the AA meeting,
right.
And then the wife was the ballet teacher. So it's like, hey, man, it's very Bill Belichick of him.
If you're telling me, if you told me the premise of this movie is just to have Adam Sandler use Netflix's money to get his friends together and his family a SAG card, salute.
Yeah.
I am absolutely here for
that's
it.
all I took. There weren't many times during the movie where I was like, oh, that's funny. Like there was, like the gag of him drinking out of all the things. I'm like, oh, I get it. Everything's going to have a drink in it now.
To me, the missed opportunity was making fun of Live Golf throughout the entire movie.
Well, with Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau in the movie, I was like, oh okay. All right. And
I guess they're in on the
was
joke.
wearing his merch.
Right.
So again,
'Cause I
it
thought
was
it
a
was-
perfectly acceptable movie.
I thought it was
But I
funny.
wasn't. There was nothing about it where I was like, where you like give it that laugh, you
Yeah.
know, and,
Yeah, I'm with you on
you're
that.
kind of like, okay, now that's really really good.
So that would say about the whole live golf knockoff thing. It was funny because it was sending up and making fun of what's wrong with golf. Golf is perfectly fine. Why do we got to
Right.
do all these things? And I got what the point they were making and the bits they were doing, right down to like me being the weirdo. I'm like, it actually would be pretty funny if they set up a snow hole, right? Like in the like fake snow all around, or a green that actually moved while you were doing it. Like I thought that was funny. They were
Yeah.
just sending up like, we got to do this up to golf. But all this nostalgia stuff also ties into the passing of Hulk Hogan. And these are two different things about nostalgia that are funny. And that I do think that a lot of the new movies that are being made that are tapping into the nostalgia are simply there for vehicles to give you that hit, that are very empty feeling hits. It's like the Wolverine Deadpool movie. It's like, how many Marvel characters can we shove into something to make it funny, even though it's not really funny? Again, that's the same thing with Star Wars. The same thing with Happy Gilmore. It's just like, oh yeah, somebody told me, you don't need to see the first Happy Gilmore because they do enough flashbacks. That's not true. There were a bunch of references in the Happy Gilmore 2 that I had not seen the first movie. I would not have gotten the callback. You see what I'm saying? But is the callback funny? Is it amusing? Or is it just I'm the Leonardo DiCaprio meme from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where I'm pointing at the TV. I'm like, that's Rob Schneider. Like if that's entertaining, hey man, I'm not going to yuck your yum. But this gets us to Hulk Hogan. And Hogan passed away last week. We were at ACC kickoff. We have not really spent any time talking about it. Monday we had a lot of UNC, SEC talk to discuss and everything else. And I've been consuming a lot of podcasts about the death of Hulk Hogan and impact and legacy and everything else. And I think this is where our age probably comes into play for this kind of stuff. Because you were watching wrestling back then, right?
Oh yeah.
The question that was posed in the Press Box podcast by Brian Curtis was, if it wasn't for all the other stuff associated with Hulk Hogan, would he have been a New York Times 1A story? Like we're talking like the Gawker trial, the racism stuff, showing up at the GOP convention. Would he be a 1A story, or would he just be another wrestler who met an untimely demise for a variety of reasons, like wrestlers before him?
No, because I think he was singularly responsible for the rise in popularity of professional wrestling. His personality flaws. David Shoemaker wrote an unbelievable story.
Yeah, he was on the Press Box
Obit.
pod talking about that.
Yeah, it was really, really well done. Ric Flair existed forever,
Yeah.
and wrestling never broke through, even though people will tell you, well, Ric Flair is the best wrestler of all time for reasons 1 through 5.
Okay,
Right?
but that's the thing. Hulk
But
Hogan wasn't
nothing-
that good.
No, he was not a great wrestler.
He was not a great wrestler.
But much like our former employer
Yeah.
benefited from a movie,
Yes.
having a Hulk Hogan be Thunder Lips was a gift.
Yeah.
And if you don't know the story behind it,
Mm-hmm.
Vincent J. McMahon, Vincent Kennedy's
The
dad,
dad.
actually fired Hogan
Mm-hmm.
for doing Rocky.
Yeah.
Because he thought it was like breaking kayfabe
You're-
about like you're making it seem like wrestling's not real.
And you're also
hurting the industry.
You're also, did you watch the McMahon documentary on Netflix?
No.
It was also that he was putting himself above the promotion.
Sure.
The promotion was the sell, not the
Right.
wrestler. Yeah.
Right.
Because you're replaceable.
So it's like they had this gift, which Vincent Kennedy McMahon
Yes.
understood.
Yes.
And then they put, as they say in the parlance in the business, they put the rocket up his ass. They promoted him.
Mhm.
Obviously, you had Mr. T, you had Cyndi Lauper, you had a confluence of a lot of things happening at that time, and it really took off. And for, I mean, shit, man, for the duration of the '90s, for the duration of the '80s, won the title in '83 and goes all the way through, and then the steroid trial happens for Vince and for Hulk, and
Yeah.
became divisive, and then he kind of goes away for a while, comes back, and that was the first nostalgia wave when he was with WCW.
Yes.
And then when Eric Bischoff, that's the other piece of this credit, by turning him heel and making him the bad guy, and that was another seminal moment in wrestling history, which really created the Monday Night Wars.
So what's
he's
interesting-
played two different giant roles: one as this baby face, the biggest baby face on the planet, and the second as the ultimate bad guy And that first nostalgic wave of like, wow, what would happen if they made Hogan a bad guy? Well, you got to see it in real time.
So one thing about Hogan that is a disconnect for me, and I understand where nostalgia starts to fuck with you here, in that when somebody like Hulk Hogan dies, or Malcolm Jamal Warner passes away, or Ozzy Osbourne, who passed away as well, it does a couple of things, especially with like Malcolm Jamal Warner, who's not that much older than us. And it makes you go, like, that's a piece of your childhood that's now gone. And that really can send you into a loop.
Is already gone because of Bill Cosby and his problems. If
There's
you really
that
want
too.
to make
Oh,
the
yeah,
analogy
absolutely.
to Hogan and his problems.
So the thing about Hogan, though, that I find interesting is that I started to play that nostalgia thing. And I realized I never connected with Hulk. I always found Hulk Hogan cheesy on both fronts. I found it cheesy when it was Hulkamania. Like, I didn't find anything interesting about it. He was essentially just another, we get it, you're a Captain America, you're a Superman, go eat your vitamins, even though they're just sugar pills, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, steroids.
Well, the vitamins he was selling were sugar pills. He was taking steroids, yes. So
say your prayers, eat your vitamins. No, I was knee deep in all that. King Kong Bundy,
So-
Andre the Giant. Like,
so
that
that's the
Andre the
thing.
Giant thing was huge.
So for me, it wasn't Hulk that I found. It's like Hulk Hogan to me is like what happens with a lot of TV shows, in that the main character is actually the least interesting character of the movies. It's kind of like Captain America. Captain America is like the least interesting piece of Marvel Cinematic Universe to me, and people ride for Captain America. You know who I was interested in? Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant
In
was literally bigger than life.
Yeah, but in real time, you were rooting for the bad guy.
It wasn't so much that I was
you were rooting for the like Jake the Snake Roberts, or whoever you thought was cool at the time.
You know who I actually rooted for, who was the bad guy, because I thought his shtick was amazing and I thought it was fascinating? $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. That was the stuff that interested me, because it was different. It was weird. It was like, oh, this guy's like diabolical. Andre the Giant was more of just like the freakish, larger than life thing about Andre the Giant. But the person who really sold me on wrestling, it wasn't Andre the Giant. It wasn't Hulk Hogan. It wasn't $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. It was the entire shtick of The Undertaker. That was the one that I'm like, this is entertainment. This is selling it to me. This is mysterious. What's his story? What's his background? And he's got his brother who was like burned. He's Kane. He's got a mask. All that stuff to me was cool. It's soap opera. Hulk was just kind of, I get it. You were selling, I don't know, like, this wholesome goody stuff, which to me never really connected. But I could see why it connected with people. And of course, as we find out, it's phony as hell. It's phony as hell.
Right.
It's all phony as hell. And it was even phonier when he dyed his freaking beard black and he went to WCW to do the whole NWO thing. And it's like, I can't take this crap seriously. just road hard leather Hulk Hogan with the fake dyed beard. I'm like, who's buying this crap? Whereas you had somebody like The Rock, who was truly selling like the cool bad guy, or Stone Cold Steve Austin, who was like a true badass, that sort of a thing. So I never really connected with Hulk Hogan in the way that a lot of people did. But it's been interesting to see why I haven't been able to connect and tap into nostalgia the way that other people have been tapping in on nostalgia. I'm pretty sure that everybody that I know on Facebook posted some photo that they have taken with Hulk Hogan at some point in their lives. It was pretty wild to see. Meanwhile, I'm the only one with like the Ric Flair pick. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hello, Teresa. So Bradlow's mom was here. So yeah, but that's why I asked you, because you were a little bit older than me, and maybe that was an age thing too that kind of tied into it.
Well, no, I mean, it's more of, I think most people aligned and bought the story. Like when you're growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in the Monday Night Wars, then you can like root for Kurt Angle. You could root for whoever you thought was, they call them smart marks.
Yes.
You fancy yourself a smart mark in all things, though.
Who?
You do. When it comes to music, when it comes to pop culture.
A smart mark.
You fancy yourself a smart mark.
Explain that one.
You just did. That you're saying, I didn't root for the guy you wanted me to root for because you're manipulating me to root for that person.
Fair.
They're called a mark because you can manipulate them.
Yes.
And the smart marks who don't realize they are being manipulated just because you know the backstory or you know everything. You're still a mark.
Okay.
You're just a smart mark.
I bought the hook.
Right?
I like that hook.
But that is you. Whatever bands that you're into, I was into so and so when you were over there rooting for Pearl Jam and Nirvana.
I was listening to Tad.
Sure.
You weren't.
Sure.
I was there.
I was using, I cut the cord before, You're a fucking smart mark. That's what you are. So
That's
that
fair.
tracks.
That's fair.
That
That's fair.
tracks.
That's
Now,
fair.
that doesn't mean you can't grow up and figure out that Hulk Hogan was a seriously flawed individual.
I mean, that's one
you know.
thing. That's one thing I'm not going to get too wrapped up in. It's like with that kind of stuff, tell the whole damn story, right? Like I got no problems with
as was Vince McMahon. So
we all have to make the societal pact with the people who entertain us.
yes,
It's always
you
interesting.
do better at that than I do.
And it's always interesting who we're comfortable making that societal pact with and who we're
Right.
not.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I will turn off every Michael Jackson song I hear.
And yet,
Every single one.
and I'm guessing when you hear
The remix to Ignition? Nope.
you are absolutely just
Nope.
turn it up.
Nope.
No, you're not gonna listen to that one either.
No.
Oh, you turn it up.
That one's on.
Right. See what I'm saying?
No,
You see what I'm
I
saying?
don't disagree with you.
So
This is a
it's
point
just-
you've made before.
It's just always interesting to me how we kind of process these things, right? And I'll say this, like my thing with Vince McMahon at this point, the McMahon documentary on Netflix, which I've referenced a couple times, I've tried to remain spoiler free. It's been out long enough, and I'm guessing that our audience that is interested in these things has already watched it. You know what truly messed me up with the McMahon documentary was when Shane McMahon at the end of this, you've seen it, right?
I have not.
So at the end of the documentary, they finally start getting into the effed up nature of Vince McMahon's relationship with his dad, which of course, cat's in the cradle, Joey.
Yep.
That relationship then gets into Shane and Vince.
Okay.
And essentially all the things that Shane did were simply to seek the approval, to just get one simple, I love you or I'm proud of
Throw
you.
me off the cage, Undertaker. Yeah.
Right. I was
Yeah.
at SummerSlam 2000.
Yeah.
I saw that happen when
Steve Blackman.
Steve Blackman chucked him off the scaffolding at the arena. And like all of that essentially was for him to just be like, I'm proud of you, son. And it took him he literally put his body on the line just for him to just give him a passing, really proud of you, son. And he was emotional about that. It was depressing.
Right.
It's like straight depressing. And I'm like, that's what makes Vince McMahon a bad guy. Ultimately, that's what makes him a bad guy. With Hulk, there's a lot of other things too. But to me, that's where like, oh, that's just really the icing on top of the cake. You see what I'm saying?
Sexual predator. So
There's that too. There's that too.
let's not gloss.
It's the icing on top of the
That's
cake.
not
We're not
gloss.
glossing over it. We're not glossing over it. So back to the nostalgia thing. And I know I say this with self-awareness that we dabble in nostalgia here on the podcast.
Sure.
Bring back dead logos. Hi, look at Joe's hat. Look at the shirts that we're selling. But we kind of do it, in my opinion, we do it as a cheeky nod to the past, recognizing the past. Let's take it, remix it, move it forward, because there's no new ideas. And I think that by now people understand we're trying to push this thing forward as best we can while also having a little fun by looking back at it. Exactly. Who's going to reinvent sports podcasting by taking phone calls after events, going live on YouTube? What? Wait, a post-game call-in show?
No.
Who would have thought of such things? Because everything's a remix at this point. I struggle with it. I guess we can close the conversation with this. I struggle with it because it's really easy with the technology we have today to never leave the nostalgia bubble. If you want to live in a world where you're just fed all the things you grew up with, because before, the stuff that you grew up with, if you lost the VHS,
Yeah, it was gone.
if you lost the tape, if you lost the toy, it was gone. You were never getting it back. That's why you have all these stories like my dad of, if only my mother hadn't thrown out ... I'd be rich. There's going to be a whole generation of kids that are like, if my mom hadn't thrown out those Labubus, maybe.
Sure.
So,
well, look no further than the number one selling shoe for Nike.
so Jordan.
Yeah.
Look at the discourse around
Well,
Jordan. Because every conversation about Jordan somehow turns into an indictment of your childhood and what you watched as a kid. Were you saying what I watched was trash? No, it's just things evolve. So I caution people, and I caution myself, I guess, of not getting so wrapped up into this stuff that you miss the forest from the trees about what's going on today, and that there actually is good entertainment being produced today. There is good music being produced today. That the wrestling today is just as entertaining, if not more entertaining, with the way they peel back the curtain with some stuff, right? So it evolves too. So I get a little wary of getting caught in the nostalgia trap and things being the best they ever were. No, especially when we talk about Hulk Hogan and whether or not he was a good wrestler. I think we can all agree. He wasn't that good of a wrestler, right?
Most people will tell you scientifically not a great wrestler.
That's what I thought. Just wanted to double check on that. Big thanks to Miller Lending. Speaking of looking ahead, speaking of looking forward, Gordon saw where things were going with the idea of no closing costs. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Why should you pay somebody for a lower rate that might be obsolete in 6 months? That is visionary thinking. That is the beauty of Miller Lending and not paying closing costs. So contact them today. I've been reading some stories about like how things kind of are right now with the economy and what people are doing to tap into things like their 401k. That is some real life stuff. And maybe you find yourself in that situation looking to see what kind of equity you have and utilizing everything you have to tap into some cash. Your home is the biggest one. And if you are up to your eyeballs in credit card debt, we understand what those rates are. They're not great. And regardless of what you think about the rates right now for financing your house, they're a hell of a lot lower than they are for credit cards. So contact Miller Lending, start the conversation. And one thing that I know Giglio's experienced, I've experienced, Miller Lending is not going to guide you towards refinancing if it doesn't make sense to refinance, Joe, right?
No, I have a home equity line of credit with them because Austin Herbert, who handles our stuff, said, listen, I can't get you out of the original loan that you have right now. That rate's too low. He's like, but, when the time's right, we'll combine them. We'll get it right. But right now, this is the best solution for you to eliminate that credit card debt. So, and the other thing is he sent me a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
I love a spreadsheet. Mm-hmm. And he said, here are all the different options I can offer you. And here are all the different numbers. So, including ones that he said, hey, this would be the best one for me. But that's not why you're here. We're here for do the best thing for you. So I would really encourage you guys to give Austin a call because, like I said, he's looking out for you.
So call him today, 919-447-3377, or go to millerlending.com/theOG. Tell him we sent you. You get that Raleigh Wine Shop gift basket. When you take it to close, you'll also get a row back out of it.
You will.
So,
you will.
But you got to let Giglio know.
Right here.
You got to let Giglio know.
You do.
Okay. Another reason why you want to use Miller Lending, this is something that our friends at Hometown Realty have been telling us. Look, the housing market situations fluctuate every couple of months. And I've been told that we've kind of moved into buyer's market mode where there's like the inventory is kind of plateaued. Sales have kind of plateaued. People are kind of waiting. They have the opportunities to wait. Say the interest rates come down. But maybe you don't have time to wait. Maybe you've got the apple of your eye. Maybe you're ready to move right now. This is a house that you really want. But the rates might be holding you back on that because you're of the opinion it's going to come down in 6 months. Well, if you finance with Miller Lending, you don't have to worry about that because if the rates come down in 6 months, just refinance again with no closing costs and you're good to go. And you get the house that you want. So talk to our friends at Hometown Realty to get a better understanding of where things are right now, what makes sense for you, and why it might make sense to go ahead and buy that house now rather than gambling on some sort of interest rate change in the next 6 months. That's myhtr.com. Again, that's myhtr.com.
Yeah, one thing I can promise you, the rate might come down, but I promise you the price of that house not coming down.
No, because if the rates come down and everybody starts throwing bids at it, it ain't coming down. So take advantage now. Look, you financed the house, you bought your house, now you got to insure the house and save money in the process. Matt Davis, State Farm, is going to help you out with that. InsureGarner.com. Give him a call at 919-779-8277. Find out how you can save money on home and auto, Joe.
Great text from Matt earlier this week. He goes, so what day is your flavor still available on Thursday?
Yeah.
And I said, yes, Thursday is the last day. He goes, good. I'm bringing the whole office to the Two Roosters. We're having a team building event, and everyone is looking forward to your flavor. I said, okay. Yes. I said, have you had it yet? He goes, nope. And I said, oh, boy, you're in for a treat. So our friends over at Matt Davis, State Farm Insurance, they are headed down to Two Roosters on Thursday. Give them a call at any time, though, Joe. Speaking of saving money, they're going to help you save your money on all your insurance needs.
So the money that you save on home insurance, auto insurance with Matt Davis at State Farm, that means you can hit up our friends at Bloom & Blinds, who are going to bring you the After Darks and ACC football talk this season. 919-980-9815. Chris and the fam are going to make sure that you've got the shades, automation, fixing blinds, you name it. They're going to take care of it. But you got to call them at 919-980-9815. You do 10 or more window treatments, you're going to save 10% off when you tell them we sent you. So the money that you saved from financing through Miller Lending, saving money on home insurance, you got to upgrade your house, get those new blinds, get some automation. Bloom & Blinds can handle it for you. It's funny, you're sitting here talking about the ice cream. Life is about balance, Joe. So after you've had a month's worth of Two Roosters salted peanut butter fudge, you know what you do? You go to Happy and Hail. That's what you do. because life.
After you were nearly poisoned to death at a hotel in Charlotte, you know what
you
you're doing?
need roughage. You gotta go on a smoothie diet from here on out. So our friends at Happy and Hale are gonna help you out with that.
Let's take a hockey break. Brought to you by Happy and Hale.
So we're sitting here having some fun with the whole like making better choices. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying though. Happy and Hale is hearty, delicious, full food. You're not going to leave Happy and Hale going, oh man, I didn't eat enough. No, you're going to leave full.
You know how fat I am. I cannot finish a whole bowl
There you go.
in one sitting. It's
good
too
stuff.
good.
It's good stuff. So
It's filling.
visit our friends at Happy and Hale, North Hills, North Raleigh. Use the app so you can grab and go. Use that promo code OG25 to save 25% off your first order. All right, let's get out of here with some Hey Joe. Thanks to our friends at Nature's Relief. You can hit them up at naturesreliefhempstore.com. We're going to be at Nature's Relief over in White Oak Shopping Plaza, right?
821. No, it's not in White Oak. It's on Timber Drive.
Oh, in Timber Drive. Thank you. Thank you. Timber Drive, the location. I went to the Western Boulevard location yesterday.
I saw your video, your little Hannah-inspired walk and talk videos.
You love
Look
those.
at you.
I know you love those.
You and the youths.
Look, man, I'm just trying to move some
units.
I'm trying to move some podcast units, man. Podcast
Hey, man,
fest units.
I'm here for it.
That's what it's all about.
I'm here for it.
I also needed something strong to deal with. I needed something strong to deal with.
Not sleeping in Charlotte at all.
No, that and Happy Gilmore too.
Okay.
I needed something. Even with half a 25 milligram, I wasn't really laughing that much. That shows you something, right? So let's
You were
go.
snacking though.
Yeah. I might have destroyed the last pint of our Two Roosters flavor. So there's that. All right, let's go to the sports phone, shall we?
919-444-2211. Call the OG Sports Phone and curse or don't.
All right, let's go to a 919, shall we?
Hey guys, I saw Dave Doeren hit a hole in one. Some golf course. Anyways, I hope he didn't use all of his luck up for this season coming up. Period. A hole in one's a pretty big deal. I congratulate him on that. Now I hope I can just congratulate him at the end of the year for a successful season. I'm pulling for him, so let's go Wolfpack.
So many people.
What was the forever grateful?
Forever grateful. Hey, man.
I'm pulling.
Hey, Dave.
Forever
hey, man.
grateful.
Really happy for you. You got to check that thing off, man. Getting that hole in one. But
What?
motherfucker, if you don't win some fucking football games, get the fuck out. Like, what? Triangle good, man. Triangle good, baby.
Who's coming up?
Let's go to another 919, shall we?
Hey, my name is Archie Knott. I'm watching a podcast about UNC going into the SEC. I live here in Rossboro, North Carolina. I'm a diehard Alabama Crimson Tide fan. And I'm excited to have, I'm going to be excited in the year 2030 when UNC goes officially to play SEC games, to go through an SEC schedule. I'm excited about that. I think it might be, I look over the last 30 years, and it's been SEC, ACC schools playing each other in college football. Like in the Gator Bowl in 1993. And it's been NC State playing Alabama in 1996. And it's been over the years, it's been different SEC, ACC teams play each other in college football. Like this year, Alabama plays Florida State on August the 30th. And I'm excited to have North Carolina in the SEC in 2030. And my phone number is 336-592.
No, we don't need your
Yeah,
number. No.
It's all right. You're good.
You're good. I didn't realize he was going to give his number there at the end.
It makes an interesting point there.
Yeah.
I was remiss listening back to the episode. I think Carolina fans have some natural rivalries with the SEC at this point, probably more with the SEC than they do with the ACC, to be honest with you.
Okay, how so?
And I get it. I love to dismiss whatever they do at Virginia. But the truth of the matter is, like, Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Kentucky, South Carolina, Florida, these are, and then you throw in Alabama or even Auburn. Those are all games I'd rather watch than anything Carolina is doing other than when they play State or Duke. Just being honest right now. And if you're a Carolina fan sitting at home, you know, rubbing one out to beating Virginia, then that's those are your kinks. Those are your fantasies. I'll never understand those, but you have those. I get it.
Those that exist. I don't disagree with the idea that North Carolina fans would acclimate themselves to the SEC fairly
quickly
with who's available to play. I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that. All right, let's go to 1910.
Oh, fuck yeah. That peanut butter? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Speaking of rubbing one out,
I was like in real time. That was like a discovery.
I just want to know if that was the first bite, second bite.
That was definitely a ripple, though.
When
got the ripple on that one.
When at the point of you into that ice cream did you go, oh,
you got to call the number.
I got to call right now. Oh, hell yeah.
I can't believe our flavor's going away. I'm not even going to give away the other part that's depressing me, but I can't believe our flavor's going away. That hurts.
Is there something else that's depressing you?
We could talk off the air.
Oh, no.
I know. You were on the text. Not a bad thing. We're not losing our friends at Two Roosters.
Oh, okay.
It's not that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just okay. All right, let's go with 336.
Hey, my name is Archie Knott. I'm watching a podcast about UNC going into the.
Oh, you know what? I screwed up. I'm doing the video one here, and I screwed up. There's another one about Doeren that came in. Let me see if I can actually load that one up real quick.
Hey,
no, there's that one.
Are we live today? Does anybody have any feedback on my Doeren hating with the 76 yard? Par 3 is not a. It's not a real hole in one.
Yeah, nobody's really been
popping in the chat.
Nobody's really upset about that one. All right, here is. I'm actually just going to upload the straight voicemail here because this was the other Dave Doeren one. Since apparently we're going to rain on his parade after he got a hole in one, because that's what this podcast is about today. Just being haters, I guess.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Dave Doeren, he's on the clock. Year 13. Let's see what he's got. Got a quarterback coming back. Got some good receivers coming back. Question is that defense. So, are we going to do it or are we not? That is, win 6 games. I sure hope that he's got something in his bag for year 13. If not, we'll roll with it. We'll be calling you back during the season and griping about him once again. But I hope we don't. So let's go. Tick-tock. Dave Doeren, let's go. You're on the clock, buddy.
That kind of ties into how we started today's program, where how we talk about Dave Doeren will be set in stone in week 1 if they lose. If they win, it then becomes all right, man, where are you taking this season? And we're just waiting for you to stumble for us to jump on you. But if it's right out of the gate, it's going to get real interesting in West Raleigh real quick. I think everybody would agree on that one. Let's go to, actually, I think that's it for today.
You're going to let me get out of this chair?
Yeah, I know. I took that in consideration. I figured that an hour and 15 minutes of you in that chair was enough. You know what would help with that? Booze in the blender. Soon it will render. Giglio's back into something more manageable. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for today's podcast. Big thanks to Sedgefield. Big thanks to the Wyndham Championship for having us out. And, of course, big thanks to you. Remember, we're looking for that OG survey. So go to oviesandgiglio.com today. You'll see the link. It's a soft launch of the website where we'll have some more stuff on there a little bit later on. But for right now, you go to Ovies and Giglio. You can take that survey. We would really like to hear your feedback. We do this sincerely. So it helps us out. And hopefully helps you feel a little bit more part of what we're doing here on the podcast. Can't do this without y'all. engaging with us and listening to us and watching us on YouTube and throwing us 5 stars and leaving reviews and all that. All that stuff helps us. All that stuff matters, as does the feedback. So go to oviesandgiglio.com. Take that survey today. That's going to wrap it up. We will be back in studio tomorrow. We will be live again. Scheduled to join us is Roy Cooper, who has declined the big news this week. Roy Cooper declined our job offer to be part of OG Media LLC and be our senior Canes correspondent. Gotta shoot your shot sometimes, though. We'll see y'all tomorrow.